Forgot if you told me, but you picked up more Spider-Man games after beating Shattered Dimensions, since it was much better than you thought. You got Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube, Spider-Man 3 on PlayStation 3, Web of Shadows on 360. Kinda want to marathon a lot of those before Spider-Man 2 comes to the PlayStation 5. I don't remember... I remember there being a lot of Spider-Man games, but I remember the earlier ones being the better ones. Like, if I'm remembering correctly, there's a GameCube Spider-Man, maybe like Spider-Man 2 or some. Oh, you had mentioned that one. I think it was Spider-Man 2 that was like one of the best Spider-Man games that has ever been released. Um, and then, Marvel's Spider-Man came out, and for me, that is the best Spider-Man game to ever been released. But I haven't played all the Spider-Man games, so perhaps I'm missing something. Web of Shadows is nuts for pricing, though. It was $90 complete in box on Xbox 360. Oof. That is expensive. I'm impressed. Once again, as another reminder of music, when it comes to like the very first opening note of a track reminding me of a completely different track, in Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus, there is a track, I think it's Dance of the Cryptek. It starts off with a specific organ note, and the start of this song that's playing right now starts off with an organ note that reminds me of the opening note of that particular Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus track. And that's just been happening to me a lot. Quite remarkable in its proportions. The thoughts of its architect twist and wind almost palpably through the sculpted stone. How beautiful. It must have taken forever to build. It must be Mr. Ryudo. His Holiness awaits in the audience chamber. Stop gawking. Move it. You got to move it, move it. Can't go over that way. Or that way. Yeah, that was one of the best licensed games for a while. There were others that were solid too, like Shattered Dimensions and Ultimate Spider-Man on PlayStation 2. Web of Shadows has a slightly lower score than Shattered Dimensions, but is still fun. From what you have tested, even if it's become a meme in recent memory. But yeah, since you can't buy any of those digital anymore, the pricing sucks for physical copies. Yeah. I've been there. Oh, there's like little chairs there. I was like, what is going on? I've put a pause on buying used games. Partly because I have plenty of them to still be getting through, but also because I am sick and tired of buying a used game and then like 3 months later they announce a remaster or a remake or a re-release or something like that, and that has happened to me like 3 or 4 times with some of my more recent purchases. So I was like, all right, I'm done with this, or I'm putting this on pause. But of course, now they won't announce any more remasters and remakes, so I'll have to start the universe again. By buying used games once more. Alright, anyways, that was talking about stuff that probably not be concerning myself with at the moment. Mr. Ryudo, please go inside. I'm sorry, but your companions must wait outside. The other guy said we can bring my companions. Did you say my friends could come? Yeah. He has important things to discuss with you, so... Oh, it is alright. I don't mind. I can wait. Can I at least wait somewhere interesting? Our library is most interesting. There you will find many important books about doctrine of the church. Mr. Ryudo, can I talk to you really quick? Might be some interesting information at the library. I will check it out. Clever boy. More clever than other little boys I know. So, may I lead you to the library? Go ahead. Well then, Mr. Ryudo, please go in. You two, this way, please. This way. Ryudo, we'll be waiting in the library. Yes, we've been over this. Yeah, I'll meet up with you later. Honestly, yeah, literally 87% of classic games, 360, PlayStation 3, and Wii, and prior to this case, are actually not available to the vast public on modern systems. There was a study done by the Video Game History Foundation. You may have seen that. I did see a Reddit thread title that mentioned something along those lines. But I didn't like click into it or read the article or whatever. See Home Chick Slice right there.
Bring to this world light, peace, and harmony.
Your Holiness Zera, please calm our anxious hearts. What can we do to rid the world of the terrifying darkness?
You must bolster your soul. If you leave no chink in the armor of your soul, then the darkness will be forced to leave.
Please save us from Valmar.
You must not falter. We must all not give in to darkness. I cannot save you. You must save yourselves.
Your Holiness Zera, please lend me your ear.
Yes, what should we do?
What will happen to the world?
Quiet! We are here to bring peace to the world. How can one do so in a panic? Everyone, please, calm down.
Yet, Your Highness Zera, the recent rumors of the revival of Valmar are not going away. I have even heard reports that the rumors might be true. Right, High Priestess Celine? At this rate, the day of darkness seems unavoidable.
But we must not strike fear in the hearts of the people we are trying to save. Doing so would surely go against the will of Lord Granus. What do you say, Cardinal Oro?
Oh, when the day of darkness comes, the world will most definitely be destroyed. I don't know what we can do.
Celine, do not misunderstand me. I'm not saying that the action the Cathedral Knights took was wrong. But you went too far. You must not frighten the people away from Lord Granus.
Yes, Your Holiness.
You must all remain on guard, so that darkness cannot take advantage of you. Please, everyone, back to your rooms.
Ah, Mr. Ryudo, please come. Nice speech. Please accept my apologies. Did not mean to make you wait. I'm sorry for having called upon you on such short notice, but my request is not an ordinary one. Please, to the next room. Elena. Reflections on the ground are kind of crazy. Such a tire. Yes, what is it? If you have something to say, make it brief. Sorry, I'm having an important discussion right now. Can you come back later? Pope Zera said as possible. I understand what Cardinal Oro said. But for now, let's just consider Pope Zera's idea. Teachings of Lord Granas will bring people peace and happiness. Oh, is that right? Yes, if you have faith in Lord Granas, all paths will be open to you. Please join us in prayer as a believer in Lord Granas. Oh, sounds tempting, but I think I'll pass this time. Oh, please don't say that. By all means, join us. I'd rather not. I thank you for what you have done on Elena's behalf, but now I have a special request to make. Before I get to that, tell me, what about Elena? Will she be alright? You ask if the presence of Valmar can be driven from her. Sadly, I must tell you that is beyond even my power. However, if the Sword of Granas can be recovered, there may yet be hope for us all. This is why I have asked you here. Keep talking. I want you to find the divine sword, the Grana Saber. The sword which slew the Dark One must be returned to us if the light is to be restored to this world. Still haven't made an actual request, but I get the idea. Yes, Elena has told me much, enough for me to know that you are the only one capable of contending with the darkness. Naturally, this request must appear absurd to you. However, as your reward, we shall give you whatsoever you request. Suddenly, this conversation has become more interesting. However, when you depart, I wish for Elena to accompany you. Why bring her along? You sure you don't want to cast a few wards against Millennia or Valmar instead? Unfortunately, we can do nothing more for Elena now. We would be unable to protect her from Valmar even if she were to remain here. She will be safer with you, Mr. Ryudo. I feel like this church probably has a lot of powerful people, and to say that she would be safer with one guy just doesn't seem accurate. Especially like on the road, the dangerous roads. You're right, your request is absurd. The pieces of Valmar struggle for dominance, each attempting to devour the others in order that the darkness will be restored. According to prophecy, once the pieces unite, the day of darkness will come upon us, and all mankind will be destroyed. So what do? Sharpen a pointy stick? Lord Granas has yet to recover from battle. Thus, our world heads towards darkness, lacking the guiding hand of light. Were we to possess the Grana Saber, we would at least be able to bring back some of the light of Lord Granas. Then can Elena be saved and our world protected from the advent of the day of darkness. Any idea where the sword might be? Unfortunately, our holy book says only that it rests with the Legion of Darkness. Sorry, that's not vague enough for me. Could you be a little less specific? Need some time to think it over. I will wait until tomorrow for your answer. I have prepared rooms for you, so please stay here tonight. But I see that I've tired you. Rest and return tomorrow, but please consider my offer. I hope you will accept it. I hope we reject it. I want to see what happens. He seems like the kind of guy that would do so. Also, he kind of also, Zera seems like the guy that won't pay us up front either. Even among the followers of Granas, there is less and less solidarity. Perhaps my abilities are lacking. To save the world, we must ask your help to find the divine sword, said to rest with the Legion of Darkness. Can't give you an answer immediately. I must think it over first. Lena, are you alright? Has something happened? Don't worry about me. I just want you to think long and hard about Pope Zera's request. Lena, what's with you? Ryudo, do as he asks, please. Not for me, but for everyone. The world. Apparently the Game Boy especially, there used to be more ways to play those on new hardware. When the Wii U and 3DS were still supported, obviously with the eShops down, you could only play about 25 out of 1,800 available Game Boy titles. Wow. Well, truthfully, most original Game Boy titles are probably not worth playing, if we're being 100% honest here. But there's probably it's probably about 25. maybe that's being a little too much, or a little too little. But you get the idea. There's some of them old school Game Boy games definitely utilize old school game design methodology, and at least for me, that stuff doesn't quite fly anymore. I don't want to go to a town and have to talk to literally every single NPC to figure out what I need to do next, to then trigger a next piece of dialogue with another NPC, which means I have to talk to every NPC all over again, and then I can finally leave town and go to the next place or whatever. Stuff like that. It's just annoying. And no, Game Boy Advance is way better. I would agree. Game Boy Advance is like the start of the Giga handheld era. Game Boy Color, it had some games for sure, but Game Boy Advance is where where the good starts, or the great starts, I guess. There's some good games on the Game Boy. No disrespect over there, or not 100% disrespect. What could His Holiness be thinking of at this rate? Cardinal Oro. Ryudo, I believe, was your name. Just what did His Holiness Zera tell you? Huh? He asked me to find some divine sword. See, I question His Holiness's selection of his emissaries. A task this great surely requires someone with more experience. Careful with your words, aren't you, old man? I'd be careful with my judgment were I you. Experience I have, patience I don't. Insolence. Listen well, stripling. It is best you abandon your search, for it is not for a churlish whelp to find the Grana Saber. Tell you what I'll do. I'm going to ignore you, and then I'm going to leave. You just stay here. Stay. Good boy. Ashes. What could His Holiness Zera be thinking? That fool boy's Insouciance? Insouciance? I'm going to look up this word. Insouciance. Lack. Insouciance. Yeah. Casual lack of concern, indifference. I've never seen that word before. Ever. That boy's insouciance will be our ruin when the day of darkness comes. I click back into the game. Whatever shall we do? "3DS was the best Nintendo handheld." I don't know if I'm on board with that personally. I don't think the 3DS is better than the DS. And I think there's an argument to be made that the Game Boy Advance is better than the DS. In terms of like quality games. But you know, again, I haven't played every single game out there or whatever. I'm sure there's a fair chunk that I'm missing, but I think the DS was amazing. And the Game Boy Advance was amazing too. 3DS was cool, but I don't think the game selection was as amazing as the DS. It could be as amazing as the Game Boy Advance, maybe. But I don't know. Did I save? Yes. Your second favorite Nintendo system next to the GameCube. Favorite Nintendo system. I like the GameCube a lot. I like the Nintendo 64 a lot. In terms of like game volume, I'm not sure the GameCube can rank that high for me. But I'd have to look. You ain't happy? Feeling glad you got sunshine. In a bag, you're useless. And not for long, the future is coming on. Well, you forgot and coming on, and coming on, and coming on. Come on. You gotta keep it going, Narf. The script is unfamiliar to me. Oh, this is really interesting. Oh, Mr. Ryudo. What did he have to say? You mean when he was actually talking out of his mouth? Nothing that wasn't completely ridiculous. "22 years, you're getting old. You feel it in your Nordic bones." 22 years? Still got a long way to go. You're bad? You didn't feel like repeating yourself? Okay, that's fair. So he wants you to find the divine sword in order to halt the day of darkness. A dubious undertaking. We walk unguided through shadows. The only clue is the words, "The divine sword rests with the Legion of Darkness." You find anything else about that? No, not in this place. Anyway, Mr. Ryudo, you ought to read some of these books too. They have lots of detail about Valmar and Granas, the battle of good and evil, the day of darkness, and even the divine sword. Dinner awaits in the other room, and books do not spoil or grow cold without use. Yeah. I'm not interested in learning the church curated list, alright? I'm already on the camp of Valmar, if not a good guy, is not as evil as Granus worshippers believe. Normal people introduce themselves saying hello. Narv does it by quoting a 22-year-old song. Gotta give it to the guy. He's got charm. You know what, Narv? That guy does have some charm. But that dinner's ready. It will be ready very soon. Please wait a little while. Dang, for you it's the 3DS, GBA, and the DS? DS has a lot of stuff you like. WarioWare Touched, Ghost Trick, Ace Attorney, but you feel like 3DS has more for you. Like more stuff up your alley. Tons of visual novel, mystery type games, JRPGs, 2 great Zelda remakes. That's fair. Everybody has their own preferences. I just look at tons of visual novel and I'm like, I don't really like visual novels. The 3DS, I think this could be wrong. I don't factually know this, but if I were to just pull a guess out of the ether of what I feel is correct, I feel like the 3DS has more options of games than any other previous handheld. The DS is a lot of action and RPGs and things like that. The Game Boy Advance, probably fairly similar to that. The 3DS, visual novels, action games, walking simulators, farming games, it's just all over the place. And so that the variety is feels like it's bigger than it's ever been for the 3DS. What good is it to chase after fancy now that the threat of darkness is upon us? No one has ever found the divine sword. How can he be so nonchalant about matters of such weight? I must consult my auguries for some means of holding back the darkness. This is an evil sign. The day of darkness draws near. What? This light. More could have been done there. Wings of Valmar. Valmar here in the cathedral. Someone come quickly. Truly, bread is the body's life, as the earth is to all that spring from it. So also, a fine bread is loam for the soul. See, what the sucker is Mareg talking about? But man, does it sound good. What is going on? Well, this bread is delicious. Mr. Ryudo, are you going to eat? Oh, Mareg. I'm gonna look for that darn sword. No. I thought you would say that. Sword interests me, for I have not before heard of its like. You two coming along? It was evermore my intent. Please let me come along too. I could use your help. I appreciate it. If it is as His Holiness Zera says, this has meaning for me, too. What do you mean? Well, you see. Not again. We're eating. Please, excuse me. I am told that Valmar has taken human form and entered the cathedral. Have you seen any suspicious persons? Huh? No. No one has been here. Please excuse the interruption. I must go. Must be Millennia. What the heck is she thinking? Oh, I was like, there's no window here. Why are you facing this? But you're just doing that. Given the fact that you turned 22 last month, you don't think you can be considered old yet, even if tons of other people your age are calling themselves old, just because they grew up with flash animations in games. I think you can be old at any age. You know, it's just a matter of perspective. You know, look to people that were like 10 years old. You know, you look at somebody who's 26. That person is so old. You look at somebody who's like 92. People are freaking ancient. Millennia. That's a suckerful move right there. Lord knows what I'm talking about. Pose? Like you mean mental age over physical age? Yeah, I think from my perspective, I feel like anytime someone indicates themselves that they're old and, you know, they don't cross that normal old threshold, it's just a mental thing. You know, sure, the body might be wearing down a little bit, might be doing things that would be normally associated with being old, but, you know, like, you know you're not old. So it's that mental thing of like, you know, my knees hurt, so I must be getting old. Whereas, you know, it's probably just like, you know, my knees just happen to hurt today, but tomorrow they'll be perfectly fine. So, you're gonna look for the Grana Saber, right, Ryudo? You, what the heck are you doing here? You're practically standing on a dinner plate of Granas. Oh, like I care. If Granas ever wakes up, the big god can smack me stupid. Long as I get to follow you around again, Ryudo. I don't think you've thought this through. See, when we find the sword, we're going to use it to stab evil people. Oh, you're concerned about me. No one has ever been such a gentleman to me before. Just do what you think is best. I don't think you understand what I'm saying here, Millennia. Don't worry about me. I know what I want, and we're running out of time. I did not progress that. Why are we over here now? Library. That's great. You were 12 years old when the song released. Mentally, you're 12, but that's a different story. Sometimes it do be like that. In that case, yeah, you're equivalent to 49 or worse. Sometimes it do be like that. Old man here. I play lots of JRPG, so you are in that ancient and crippled age of the 30s. I am also a very old person. I've been alive for millions of years, and I have seen things rise and fall in civilizations. And let me tell you, the designs of JRPGs, despite what anyone has said, has improved. All right? It has gotten better. Trust me. Well, Mr. Ryudo, have you made up your mind? Has it been... is it tomorrow already? One question. When we get the Grana Saber, will it belong to you, or the church? And how will it be used? Ah, you're asking good questions. Not the questions that I would have asked, but they're good supplementary questions. The sole purpose of the sword is to strike down Valmar. As such, it belongs to none, for this great hope Granas has given to all. I'll take your word for it. That is... Why bother asking him the question if you're just going to take him at face value? Also, he didn't answer the other question of what he's going to do with it. Time to rock. We'll find the Grana Saber. But not for the sake of Granas or the church. Ryudo. Look, I'm sick of all the suffering in the world. If Granas won't do anything about it, then someone has to. Well, Mr. Ryudo. What happened to just being a Geowolf, you know? Or Geohound? Elena, you should leave now as well. Your soul brims with light. Be strong in your mission, and do not yield your heart. Yes, Your Holiness Zera. Farewell. Lord Grana spoke to me last night. I am permitted to tell you this. Ryudo must face the past should he desire the divine sword. You should remember this. You should also take this along. It is sure to be useful. Ooh. Can you give me some money, please? You think we have the funds to go on a grand adventure to find a sword on past jobs payment? The last job we did paid us 500 money. All right. And I haven't even sold the item to get that 500 money yet. Elena, take care and remember well our words. Your Holiness. Ryudo, thank you for accepting this request. I wasn't going to let a dainty little princess mince and prance about without her faithful and obedient bodyguard. Oh, Ryudo, you... you. Miss Elena, we're together again. Our paths, again, are as one. It is good. Thank you, everyone. Come on, let's get moving. Alright, do I have to re-equip you with everything? I do not! It's amazing! Although while we're here... A Book of Priests. Alright, some more HP. Water forests. Alright, these... Not good. I don't know what the mental stat does. If I were to hazard a guess, it would be magic damage. Which seems okay. Okay. Which one of these am I most interested in leveling up? Probably this one. Ooh, here we go. Here's a upgrade of that. Just go ahead and just grab everything. That'll be the new plan. Find it funny, most people you've gotten to know on Twitch are millennials or Gen Xers. 80s kids or 90s kids. I'm not sure. Most people don't say their age. I'm not 100% sure where most people fall into the category. But I can definitely say that I've not met anybody as old as me. You know, like I said, I've been alive for millions of years. Never thought we'd travel together again. I'm counting on you, Elena, okay? I feel the same way, Ryudo. Roan, Mareg, and Sky, too. I'm counting on all of you. This time, it might be more difficult for us. Difficult times are indeed upon us. Welcome is the comfort of friends in this hour. That's right. Traveling would not be fun at all without you, Miss Selena. But where to travel to? The divine sword is held by the Legion of Darkness. Can't just knock on their door, grab it, and run. I am not familiar with this divine sword. I remember in the Holy Book containing a passage the people of darkness continued to hide deep in the bowels of the earth. Is it a metaphor, or is there more substance in it? Perhaps it is with these people we shall find the Legion of Darkness. Perhaps if we visit the kingdom of Skyrim, where I lived, we might learn the meaning of these words. Got a lead? No, I just thought we might learn something useful. Yeah, let's just go to my hometown. I'm sure they'll have something useful there. I have no reason to believe that there will be useful information there, but, you know, I want to go to my hometown. What other knowledge have we which would intimate a course of action? I don't like that. Something about confronting my past, which probably means Melphis. Surely it could be none but he. Melphis, a long time it has been, brother. Now, you two. Anyway, the kingdom of Skyrim. What is it like? Well, climate is warm, and there is lots of water. Very good country. We don't need a weather report, kid. We need to find some leads, and we might as well start in the kingdom of Skyrim. The kingdom of Skyrim lies to the east of the St. Heim Mountains. Come, let's go. This kid somehow convinced us to go to his hometown. That's crazy. I guess I'm going to the Pilgrim Road? I guess? Wow, what does the matter? You look quite pale. I tried climbing down the ladder at the side of the road, but there were monsters everywhere. I can't believe it. About to be gobbled up by monsters, so I ran for my life. Just bushed. heck's going on here? Oh, there's a new place right there. Raw Hills. There's some items over here that I guess I'll entertain. Bravery bandana. Ooh, how did I not get back attack right there? My goodness, take your time. Why don't you? Say, I remember there being some money over here. Speed of movement. Food. You know, maybe I should make some adjustments. If I'm going to be casting spells with her, maybe I should make her my spellcaster. She is doing that kind of stuff. As long as I'm casting Flame Staff, anyway. Counter.
Nothing withstands my blade.
Or as we used to say, back when we were playing Magic the Gathering, Kalzunter spell. Those were the days. Playing Magic the Gathering on lunch. While back in the school days. There was one particular individual who, I don't know if he like transferred to the school or whatever, but you know, they showed up one day and they had a particularly say eclectic selection of cards, and we dubbed that particular individual Uber Noob. Because they had very many cards that were very good. And because, you know, they were new around here. And, you know, it just stuck. That particular individual kicked our butts many a times. Gonna put a sign here, but then you're not gonna let me interact with the sign? What is going on? I believe I picked up a helmet. Banishes fear. I'll give that to you. Then... Oh, when did I get a warp knife? Warps during combat. I don't know when I got that, but I don't know. What is that? I'm sure nothing else is sneaking past me. I get rid of those pretty rings. Let's save point. RB. This is probably going to be an early mark, but like a mark? Question mark? Wondering. That sounds interesting. Yep, that sounds interesting. Skills. Picked up this. We're gonna give you that. Now everybody relatively has lots of HP. You're the only one who doesn't have. 1, 2, I only have 3. Ah, yeah. The obligatory, thus the woes of life. Buster Flail. Attack. Very destructive.
Now burn to a crisp!
That did very little.
There you go.
Continues to do very little. Ah, that's what warp does. I approve.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Party of level 25 or greater characters. I'm just looking for the fat loot. I think I necessarily need assistance with getting out of here. Loot's were right there. Oh yeah, the great pushes today. About that. That probably starts 3 p.m. It hasn't started yet. It probably starts in an hour. Revival gem? Oh yeah, I had one of those equipped on you. And then you died. I guess it goes away. I don't think I need it on her anymore. Now that we have HP. This is a better marking spot. I will mark here.